there is the ability, the flexibility, if you will, to get your degree for absolutely free. Now, a lot of the girls love labor and delivery. I think labor and delivery is a beautiful thing. However, to be a nurse in labor and delivery, do not think that you will work 312s and then be out here just living your entire life for the next 4 days you're off. Now we'll go into why I chose registered nursing. Now, for me, number one, again, desire. The desire is there. I want to be a nurse, okay? Now, the next thing is schooling. Usually for nursing, it's either 2 years or 4 years, and really anything between 2 and 4 years. Even if you get an associate degree, it can still take you 3.5 years to get that, depending on how long it takes you to take your prereqs. If you're interested in prereqs, I have a whole video on that before this one, I think, or after this one. And usually the ADN or the associate degree route is going to be at your community college level. However, if you are interested in a BSN, that's going to be at your university college level, okay? So again, the highest years of schooling usually is 4, right? And it can be longer, it can be 5. So that's not too bad, especially, comparing that to 6 to 8. Okay, so you can be done in either 2, 3, or 4 years and be a registered licensed nurse, depending on where you choose to do your schooling and depending on how you choose to do your prereqs. Okay, so that's that. The next thing is cost. Being a registered nurse can be expensive. There are programs out there and schools that are privately owned that are very pricey. However, there are also universities and community colleges that offer scholarships, grants, different types of programs in different states that will pay for tuition for students to get their registered nursing degree, whether it's associate or so yeah, that's the thing, is that you have a lot more flexibility as to how you're going to pay. I do know of nursing students who have paid upwards of 6 digits to get their degree, okay? That does exist. There are some programs out there for $70K, $100,000K, $35,000, whatever the case may be. Oftentimes, it depends on where you go and how long you go there. However, there is the ability, the flexibility, if you will, to get your degree for absolutely free. And when I say absolutely free, I mean tuition free, okay? So that is a plus when it comes to being a registered nurse. Now, even more on being an RN, we'll just say RN from now on, even more on being an RN is flexibility in the way that you want to work. So here in the States, most likely nurses can work 312s, they can work 5/8s, they can work 4/10s. There is so much flexibility. And once you get your experience, you can then be PRN, which means as needed, therefore making your own schedule, right? So there's also part-time because of the need for nurses. So that is just the thing. It's like it's a lot more you can actually have wiggle room for as far as your scheduling is concerned. You can still work full-time while working 3 days a week. And let me just say this, working 3 days a week in 12 hours is a lot. It is literally the physical exhaustion level of working 5 days a week. Do not think that you will work 312s and then be out here just living your entire life for the next 4 days you're off. You will need a day to recoup, okay? Because that is a lot on the human body. That is not normal. So just know that it's not like all like flowers and roses. I mean, it is a great schedule, but you should have really good physical care for yourself while working those shifts, okay? So there's that. Also, nursing offers overnight shifts and day shifts, okay? And pharmacists do too, by the way. They have overnight and they do have day shift as well, especially in the hospital. So there you have that. Now, another thing too about nursing is the specialties. That is one thing that I absolutely love about nursing, is that you can go into any organ system specialty. You can go into dialysis for the kidneys. You can go into neuro for the brain. You can go into mental health. You can go into diabetes, the pancreas. You can go into cardio, the heart. Like any human body system that you truly enjoy learning about, you can work in that specialty. Now, a lot of the girls love labor and delivery. I think labor and delivery is a beautiful thing. However, to be a nurse in labor and delivery is not necessarily my desire because it does require a lot of responsibility. It really does. And so I really think the people who work in each specialty should really want to be there. And you really want to be thinking about these specialties before you actually become a nurse, right? But you'll have the opportunity to actually see what each specialty does while you're in school. And also for me, I actually was a PCT, or a patient care technician, for about 90 days. And that gave me a really good look into what nursing truly is. And we'll get to that in other nursing videos. But yeah, so there's probably more, but I feel like those are like the highlight answers and the real answers as far as I'm concerned from my point of view. But I would be interested in knowing your point of view. If you are a pharmacy technician, did you become a pharmacist? If you are a registered nurse, were you first a pharmacy technician? Because actually, little did I know that the pharmacy tech to RN pipeline is very popular. It's actually really common. It's more common than I thought. And so I've actually have met people who are RNs who have become pharmacists. That's also a pipeline, right? So there are different levels to this, different things going on, right? So I hope you guys have a peaceful and productive rest of your day, and I will talk to you on the next upload.